Coffee's a little hot this morning. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. I'm in Chico, California still. My plane takes off at 1:40 today, so I got a little time. When Kim and myself booked this ticket, I said, let's just take it easy. I've already, been here Friday, Saturday. No need to get up at 6 in the morning. Not gonna run Quincy today. I did that last time, boy, it wore me out. All right, so listen, we're gonna talk about Cory Day winning the Gold Cup right here in Chico at Silver Dollar Speedway. But let's get right away to the NASCAR race. My NASCAR thoughts. Listen, Dale Jr. and myself. Now listen, I'm not throwing Dale Jr. in with me. I'm just saying we both said cars are gonna flip. And I still believe NASCAR race cars are gonna flip. You're just not gonna prevent angle of the dangles all the time. Wallace said angle of the dangles. Phrase of the day, angle of the dangles. So there's gonna be times where you're not gonna stop physics, okay? However, Josh Berry, again, they're gonna flip. I get that. But, you look at Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell, man, I'm going to tell you what. That car is going to flip. Thank God Joey Logano's in his window and keeps him from flipping, because I believe he might have tried to leave the ballpark in turns 1 and 2. And I think the last time we saw that happen at the Super Speedway was Jimmy Horton way back in the early 1800s going into turn 1 at Talladega. And by the way, I saw Jimmy Horton up at Oswego a couple years ago. He's doing good. All right. So I still think we got an issue with the flipping. Now, listen, respond right here. It could be a deal where it's a coincidence. Wow, what a coincidence. Everybody's been flipping a lot the last 2 NASCAR races. I believe I saw a stat. This is not my opinion. Respond right here. I think the stat I saw last night was never in NASCAR history has NASCAR had back-to-back weeks. Is it a coincidence? So you look at Corey LaJoie last week at Michigan, where he just, he launches. Now, he caused that himself because he run into Noah Gragson. Corey LaJoie at Michigan, right front. He runs into Noah Gragson and kind of launches his car. So I kind of think that was Corey's deal. He kind of started it. But the car did lift up awfully easy. All right, so NASCAR goes back this week and said, we got some aerodynamic data from the wind tunnel. We're going to put a little wicker bill for Daytona this week. So they go to flipping again. But this is the first time in NASCAR history, I believe, respond right here. It's fine if I'm wrong. Listen, it's not important that I'm right. I'm just saying I think I saw the stat, and they said they'd done their due diligence. They looked through the history of NASCAR. First time in NASCAR history that back-to-back weeks, Corey LaJoie flips last week, flipping this week. So anyway, all right, enough of the flipping stuff. All I'm saying is cars are going to flip. However, seems like there's a lot of flipping going on lately. Is it just a coincidence? Respond right here. Because I know that you know everything. You know, because you watching while you're drinking beer on the couch. So Harrison Burton, I agree with his dad, Jeff. He earned it. Listen, they are going to wreck in every one of those races at Daytona and Talladega. The key is to make it to the end. Remember what Dick Trickle said. You must first finish to finish first. So, there was a time that if you made it to the end of the Daytona and Talladega race, that meant you was a good driver because you knew how to navigate not wrecking out. That's bullshit. you're going to wreck just because somebody pushes the leader, which is Michael McDowell. They go into turn one. Somebody pushes the leader and spins him out. Michael McDowell, leading the race by himself, gets spun out and wrecks the field. What are you going to do? You don't got to be good to navigate that. You got to be lucky to miss that damn wreck. So that deal of, oh, he's a good super speedway racer, well, that's fine as long as you don't wreck out. So, I've changed my mind. The old days when I raced, I'm an old man. I'm 61. When I raced, you could get away from people. 5 cars would take off. And there's a 5-car breakaway. They've got a straightaway on the field here at Daytona. 6th or 10th or 5. We had that all the time. We had that in our day. So nowadays, you don't get away from nobody. So if somebody farts while they're leading the race, whole field going to smell it. Oh, look, the leader farted. 20th place smells it because he's on his ass. That was good. That was good. That was good. All right. Get off my ass. If I fart, you're going to smell my fart. And that's the way it is, super speedway racing. Because the leader's here and 20th is 2 feet back. So Harrison Burton, here's my point. Harrison Burton deserved the win. That was not a fluke win. Here's why it was not a fluke win. It was not a fluke win because he was side by side with Kyle Busch. And here's the other thing that's crazy. This Parker Ratzliff. I met this kid at Houston a couple of years ago. Remember it was last year. Remember last year when I drove that Cars Tour race for Dale Jr.? Dale Jr. and me got to talking. And Jr. goes, Herman, come run the Cars Tour race. So I go to Tri-County to test. Well, we get rained out. But as I'm on my way back down 40 East, I stop at Hickory because they're running the ASA race. And this little skinny kid gets to talking to me. It's Parker. And I'm like, you're a race car driver? It was so tiny, so skinny. That kid was who pushed Harrison Burton to the win last night. That Parker Ratzliff. That little skinny kid growed up a little bit now. He pushed Harrison Burton to the win, past the big teams. Now, if that don't cry, these cars are equal, like Mark Martin. Go back to catching up with Mark Martin last week. He said, Herman, they're going to wreck. Same motors, same cars, double file restart. Parity beyond belief. So you got Parker Ratzliff in an okay team, but not a super powerhouse team. By the way, he finished 7th. Parker finished 7th. He pushed Harrison Burton past, Kyle Busch. I was like this. I thought Kyle Busch is going to win this damn race because they knocked everybody out. But then all of a sudden, behind Kyle Busch was Christopher Bell, one of the best teams. So on the inside lane, you had Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell, 2 of the fastest race cars right now because RCR has found something. Richard Childress Racing has found something. They're back. It was all engineer related. So on that inside lane, you had Kyle Busch and you had Christopher Bell. And on the outside lane, you had 2 guys that have not hit their ass all year long. That's just fun. Harrison Burton and Parker Ratzliff outrun Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell. Are you kidding me? It happened. That's why Harrison deserved to win. And Harrison made some daredevil moves coming to the checkered flag. Yes, he did. I believe, and listen, we broke it down. I told Charlie Marlowe, I told Charlie, I said, Charlie, go back to the Jeff Burton, Kenny conversation. I said, I believe we talk. We talk about the struggles of Harrison. And I said, clip that and let's get that up today because Jeff Burton does talk about Harrison's struggle because Harrison Burton, who won last night, he came up winning everything on the short tracks, the stock cars, the late model stock cars. Then he won in, I believe the Busch Series. So Harrison's a real deal. However, You know, he might be just like a Joey Logano when Joey was at you know, the Joe Gibbs team where he struggled. Joey Logano struggled. And Joe Gibbs like, I don't want this Joey Logano. Roger Penske says, I'll take him. He's ready now. So maybe it might be a deal where Harrison might be ready pretty soon. And some other car owner get the benefits. So Harrison learns the race, goes through the struggles, and then somebody reaps the benefits and says, I'll take Harrison now. Now, I don't see Harrison with an incredible team, but I believe Harrison now I've changed my mind because he won last night. That puts him in a different dynamic. Listen, my career could have went through the roof if I could have won one cup race. Because when you win one cup race, hey, listen, this win by Harrison Burton, he's going to go down in the history books because he won Ford, their 100th race, something like that. There's some stat there. Tell me the stat, because once again, you know everything. Wallace being snarky this morning. So we're having fun. So that win last night was unbelievable. For all the reasons I just told you. That inside lane, come on, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch versus these children on the outside. And I mean kids. We're talking 20-year-old kids with, okay cars. All right, everybody. I talked about the flipping. I talked about why Harrison Burton deserved the win. And let me just tell you about last night. It's going to be short and sweet. Remember when Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell came along? And we're like, where those guys come from? They come from open wheel dirt racing. Last night here in Chico, California, Silver Dollar Speedway, the next phenomenon is on his way. It was Cory Day. This kid destroyed the field. Nobody had nothing for him. Every time they dropped the green flag after a caution, there was a time he had like a half a lap against the best, against Rico, against Brad Sweet, you name it. So this Cory Day is the real deal. He's 18 years old and he's already won this Gold Cup back to back. It paid $100,000 to win. So Cory Day's coming to you. Hendrick was smart. Kyle Larson told Rick Hendrick. Hendrick said, well, let's get him signed up. So Cory Day is already running ARCA, and watch out for him. He's only 18. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just saying, he's coming. Look for him to be in the Cup Series, I'd say 5 years. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, maybe 4 or 5 years. But he'll be there. What else? Dirt Side Live. The reason I came out here, hey, Wallace, what'd you go out there for? You know how we do Trackside Live at the NASCAR tracks? We did a Dirt Side Live here. All Brad Sweet's idea. And, buddy, we hit a home run. We tested it. We tested a Dirt Side Live. We did one at Texas, and it was big. So Brad's got this. Brad Sweet and his wife, Rachel, and the Larsons, Kyle Larson, Caitlin Larson, the mom, the dad, Don Sweet, everybody. They got this high limit deal going. So it was a show. There was so much stuff going on. Everywhere you looked, there was something going on. But Dirt Side Live was awesome because we interviewed some of the greatest open wheel dirt racers of all time. And, buddy, we had a good time. The fans were laughing. They were, so good time. They sang me happy birthday, too. All right, everybody. See you later. I'm probably going to go Charleston, Illinois, Saturday next week because all my local tracks are shut down next week. So probably Charleston, Illinois, Saturday next week, Quincy on Sunday. All right. I'm ready. I miss Kim. I miss my wife. I'm on my way home.